brought to you by Gitanjali Salon, Channi Himmat, Jammu. Follow Ruchika Makeovers on Facebook and Instagram for best bridal makeup in town.
Hello viewers, you're watching Jammu Links News. I'm Mannat Gupta and welcome to the daily updates of Midday News. Let's begin. Jammu and Kashmir on Thursday registered 67 fresh COVID-19 cases, taking the infection tally in the Union Territory to 4,574. 24 of the cases are from Jammu, 43 are from the Kashmir region. The UT has witnessed 52 COVID-19 related deaths so far. There are 2,702 active cases in the Union Territory, 1,996 are in Kashmir and 706 in Jammu, while 1,820 patients have recovered. In retaliation to the ceasefire violation from across the line of control, the Indian Army has carried out accurate and effective firing and caused heavy damage to Pakistan Army posts in the Rajouri sector. The Indian Army has carried out effective fire assaults against Pakistan Army positions, which include in targeting civilian population on the Indian side of the line of control. The Jammu and Kashmir administration on Thursday announced Rs 20 lakhs ex gratia relief to the family of the Sarpanch Ajay Pandita Bharti, who was gunned down by militants in South Kashmir on June 8th. Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu interacted with the family members of the Bharti and extended his deepest sympathies to them. Police on Thursday claimed to have busted a Pakistan-sponsored narco-terror module by arresting 3 Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorist associates and confiscating 21 kg of heroin and Rs 1.34 crore in cash from their possession in the Handwara area of Jammu and Kashmir's Kupwara district. The module was in close contact with Pakistan-based terror handlers and involved in the drug trade. It was financially assisting active terrorists of the LET. The recoveries have exposed the interconnections between drug dealers and terrorists. The University of Jammu and University of Kashmir have been ranked among top 100 institutions of the country, while the Engineering College of Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University has secured 78th position among all the engineering institutes across the nation as the Union Ministry of Human Resources Development released the All India ranking under National Institutional Ranking Framework for the year 2020. While the University of Kashmir has secured 78th position among all the institutions, the University of Jammu has been ranked the number 90th in the category. However, their ranking among the category of universities is far better as KU has secured 48th position, while JU is at 52nd number. Lieutenant General Upendra Dwivedi, the commander of 9 Corps, called on Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu on Thursday and briefed him about the security situation. The LG and the GOC discussed effective security management and overall security environment in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The LG lauded the role of security forces in safeguarding the territorial integrity and the internal security of Jammu and Kashmir. He stressed on maintaining a sustained coordination between Army and other security forces. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar on Thursday conducted an extensive tour of Jammu city and took stock of the various ongoing works and projects of Jal Shakti Department. Reviewing the pace of work on several key developmental projects like water treatment plants, high-end pumping stations and Jal Bhavan, during his tour the advisor impressed upon the officers to work in synergy with each other and remove any difficulties coming in the way of progress of works. In the backdrop of ease of movement of restrictions and return of migrant workers, the Cabinet Secretary has asked all the states and union territories to keep a close watch on the emerging trajectory of COVID-19 spread and accordingly devise a proactive containment strategy. Chief Secretary BVR Subramaniam, along with Administrative Secretaries of Department of Health, Information, Disaster Management, Relief, Rehabilitation and Reconstruction and Director National Health Mission participated in the interaction with the Cabinet Secretary on video conference. Financial Commissioner Revenue Dr. Pawan Kotwal on Thursday reviewed the progress on digitalization of land record and journal functioning of Revenue Department at district level at a video conference meeting with all Deputy Commissioners of Jammu and Kashmir. He took district-wise review of progress made in the implementation of Digital India Land Records modernization program, including updation of Jamabandis and computerization of registration system. Principal Secretary Agriculture Production Department Naveen Chaudhary on Thursday convened an officers meeting to ensure speedy preparation of proposals and projects under recently announced Pradhan Mantri Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. Secretary observed that lack of adequate cold chain and post-harvest management infrastructure in the vicinity of farm gate is causing gaps in value chains. While focus has been on short-term crop loans, the investment in long-term agriculture infrastructure has been neglected, he added. Divisional Commissioner Sanjeev Verma on Thursday convened a meeting to discuss issues related to West Pakistani refugees and displaced persons cases of 1947, 1965 and 1971. The Divisional Commissioner asked the DCs to expedite the process for identification of left-out families of West Pakistani refugees and displaced persons in their respective districts. He also directed them to submit all completed cases in his office for relief assistance to WPR and displaced persons' families under Prime Minister's development package. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh on Thursday proposed a special training initiative on the lines of Women Super 30 group to help them prepare for the civil services examination. He has asked Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani to work out a plan in this regard. The proposal was mooted during a video conference interaction with the faculty of Mussoorie-based Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. Advisor to Lieutenant Governor K.K. Sharma has called for smooth combination of latest technological interventions with conventional ones for improving the quality of imparting the educational, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic. The advisor was speaking at a review meeting of the Education Department. The advisor, while discussing the recent initiatives being undertaken by the department for imparting education to the students, appreciated the role in providing quality online education to the students through different platforms and television also. The Jammu and Kashmir administration has brought home over 1.20 lakh residents of the Union Territory who had been stranded in other parts of the country due to coronavirus-induced lockdown. The evacuation exercise was carried out in strict observance of all necessary guidelines and standard operating procedures. So far, 29 trains have reached Jammu with a total of 23,717 stranded passengers belonging to different districts, while 15,696 passengers have reached Udhampur in 21 special trains. According to the statement, 81,455 people have been evacuated through Lakhanpur till June 11th. Divisional Commissioner Kashmir P.K. Pol on Thursday convened a meeting of officers regarding evolving of COVID-19 situation and discussing future strategies. During the meeting, the concerned officers put forward suggestions with regard to COVID-19 mitigation, change in COVID scenario from the last few days, and issues being faced by them during the field work. Srinagar Mayor Junaid Azim Mattu on Thursday said a no-confidence motion has been moved against him at the behest of the BJP and asserted that he enjoyed majority in the municipal corporation and would take on the challenge democratically and legally. He said the motion had the backing of 43 corporators, 27 affiliated with the BJP and the rest are either independent or belong to other parties. Greater synergy and consistent drive against enemies of peace is paying dividends and yielding good results. Such efforts must continue to ensure that peace is maintained and safeguarded against the onslaughts of elements opposed to a peaceful environment in Jammu and Kashmir. This was stated by Director General of Police Dilbag Singh on his visit to South Kashmir's Shopian and Anantnag districts on Thursday. India's COVID-19 tally on Friday witnessed its highest ever spike of 10,956 cases according to the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. 396 deaths have been reported due to the infection during the last 24 hours. The total number of coronavirus cases in the country now stands at 2,97,535, including 1,41,842 active cases, 1,47,195 cured, discharged or migrated, and 8,498 deaths.